Welcome back to Redemption Talk. Give more miracles a chance with 10 words. Well, obviously, things are never as simple as that. But these 10 words, if you truly mean them, will make a true impact on your life and indeed give more miracles a chance. Excuse me. And why do I say more miracles? Because I subscribe to the opinion that nature is nothing more than consistent miracles. Anyhow, there are so many of us in pain, going through tragic circumstances that some people cannot even imagine. There are people going through consistent pain. And if you knew what these people are going through, it would tear your heart apart. I put forward the following thing. I don't provide any solutions. That's up to God, and we can only do our best. But I do say that we all have the same 24 hours, and they're going to tick. So we can decide what to do in them. Some decisions may be extremely hard and painful. Some may be easier. So if you're going to fill your time with one thing, maybe try, if it's not as positive or as beneficial as you would like it to be, fill it with something else. So what do I mean? Now, you don't have to be religiously observant, but if you still, despite the pain, despite the challenges you're going through, if you're still staying strong with God and you still believe in God, despite your maybe desire to scream out at God, to shout, and to even for some reason be cross with God, but yet you're still staying strong in your faith, in your belief, in your emunah, I would suggest the following. No matter your feelings towards God, okay, consider the following. The product will never understand the manufacturer. That is still a fantastic product. And the manufacturer still wants the best, wants the product to do the absolute best. That is the intention. But the product will never understand the manufacturer. So that being the case, we can never understand God. I mean, the thought cannot contemplate the thinker. Right now, if you stopped and you just decided to think of a story of some characters and took 10 minutes to do that, those characters wouldn't know you. Those characters in your head. However, if you made an interaction with them, then they would know you. They wouldn't know you. They would know you by interaction. So the thought does not know the thinker. However, consider the following. When you're faced with anything, any challenge, no matter how small, say the following words and mean it. It's all from God and it's all for the best. No. When a warship, when an airplane wants to put their defenses online, they do one simple thing. Once it's all computerized, they flip a switch. Flipping a switch can change a person's life. However, when you don't flip the switch, when you stay in one mode, when you should be in attack, for example, and you're in defense, with the best intentions, you're going to limit yourself to the capabilities of defense. And that's it. So what I'm suggesting is flipping a switch and keeping yourself open to miracle. Put the miracle switch. Why am I saying that? Because people live self-fulfilling prophecies when they block themselves off by assumptions that they've heard and limiting beliefs. So even if you're going through the greatest tragedy, and there's no guarantee, God might say, listen, I want you back home with me. Say, we hope we all merit long lives. God has the stopwatch after all. We don't. We might have to go through certain things for extended periods. But then again, we might not. And only the manufacturer knows what's best for the product. And we know that God loves us, so we know that there is a plan. So when you say it's all from God and it's all for the best, you're now opening yourself up to unbelievable possibilities. And if that becomes your mindset, even through challenge, and I can testify personally to this, even through limited challenges, you will see God's unbelievable mercy, even through the challenge. I hesitate to use the word, but I'll use it, the joy in the challenge. You'll notice these things, even no matter how small they are and how large they are, but you will notice them. You might be skeptical. I suggest give it a chance. After every little thing, small to great, you needed some change in your pocket and you couldn't find it and you wanted to curse. Instead of cursing, say it's all from God and it's all for the best. Right from the simplest one. When you wanted to find somebody and you couldn't find them and you needed them urgently, nobody's saying stop looking for them. It's all from God and it's all for the best. Do that for everything. And what you're doing is saying, okay, I now know who's boss. You're actually not just saying to you, you're faced with the challenge, and your first reaction is to turn to the boss. Then do what you got to do. But this simple flipping the switch, if you do it every single time you're faced with even the smallest challenge, up to the largest, you're going to see a difference in your lives. Because there are so many times that words tunnel an experience. They simply, an experience is filling your body, and then suddenly you bring even the most beautiful word of words, and it just cuts it down. Might be to a beautiful size, but still cuts it down. So words can't truly express what this will do for you. So I suggest, in Hebrew we call it gam zu letova. This is also for the best. For the best. So again, stick to it. Let it become a habit. Give it time. God has the stopwatch. And you will see the change. But it's up to you. Fake it until you feel it. That's a famous piece of advice. As we say in Hebrew, do it lo lishma until it becomes lishma. Do it for the sake, for your sake, until you're doing it for God's sake. And for the sake of heaven. And for the right reasons. But here is a good reason to do it. I can't emphasize this enough. Words cripple the impact of these words, of what this flipping of the switch can do for you. I'm rambling. So again, to finish off, before every single challenge, whether it's looking for change, whether I needed this dish, I needed this spoon, oh, the kids should have done this, even the smallest challenge, don't dismiss that. Say gam Zula Tova, if you speak Hebrew and you know what that means, or it's all from God and it's all for the best. Give yourself a chance to take it higher. Give yourself a chance to go higher. Because as I said in the beginning, with any anger you may have towards God, if you still believe in God, then you know it's not only this world, it's the next as well. But in this world, give yourself a chance for redemption. Give yourself a chance to take it higher, from the small to the large.